Hello viewers, if you are a regular viewer of my videos then you will probably have seen my French contrabassoon featuring in quite a lot of them. It's got quite a good response from you lot, so I thought it would be nice to make this little tour of the instrument and show you a bit more up close the instrument and some of its features. I will also be demonstrating it so you can hear what it sounds like. So let's take a look. It's in the original case here. 1986 was when it was made, or when it was finished. It actually took about 2 years to make it. It was purchased by my father originally from Buffet. Quite a funny story actually about when he went to pick it up from France. He drove over, got the ferry, picked it up from the factory in Paris, just outside Paris actually, a place called Mont-la-Ville. And at the time when he was driving back, the French lorry drivers decided in protest at the French fuel prices that they were going to blockade all the roads back to Calais. So my dad, not wishing to be deterred by this, decided in his car with this instrument in the back. His car actually was a Renault Fuego that he was driving at the time, as he was a nut for French cars as well as bassoons. And so he decided to drive across the fields basically to avoid these blockades, and he made it back and got the ferry, and it became a bit of a legend amongst our family. So here it is, the Buffet 1986 Contrabassoon. Let's give you a closer look. So here it is. The wood is an African hardwood called bubinga. It's grown in the Cameroon, and it's absolutely beautiful. Just polished. There's no lacquer or finish on it. It's just polished bare wood. The keywork is chromium plated, which it looks like I polish it every day, but that's not the case. It doesn't pick up any fingerprints and just remains shiny all the time, no tarnishing. The metal work on the body of the instrument, the bell and the tubes up at the top here, and the octave pipe here, are all made from red brass, which is highly polished and then given a clear lacquer, which means it doesn't tarnish. Cool, look at that. Lovely bit of grain there in the wood. So whilst we're here in the case, I'll just quickly point out some of the key work, which is obviously a French system. This is the left thumb. You've got these two together for an E flat. That's a D. These two together for a C sharp. That's the C in the middle. Those two for a B natural and for B flat. So the bottom fourth is completely on the left thumb. E flat D, C sharp C, B, B flat. These two here on the side are the register keys for the higher octaves. This one from A through to C sharp, but I also use it sometimes for G and G sharp in combination with the low E flat key. It avoids cracking on those notes. And then the upper one is from D through to high G, and then A flat is there, B flat, and above is again back up to the top. Little hand rest here to easily locate where the hand should be, which helps. Ignore this little cigarette paper here, that's just to stop this rattling against the body of the instrument. I need to replace it with some cork, but there we go. So here, the right thumb, in the middle is your low E key. It's just slightly depressed at the moment because the instrument in the case is closing the key, but above it there you've got an E flat key for the middle register. That is your F sharp key. And then just round the side, if you can see it, is a B flat key for the right thumb, which is great because French bassoons don't normally have a B flat on the right thumb. Again, a little bit of cling film, ignore that. New pad is required. We've got 2 crooks, different lengths. Again, they are red brass, and they have this this normal yellow brass brace here, because the metal's sort of a little bit on the soft side, so it just stops that from. It's just a strengthening, basically, obviously. So that's that. Also in the back here is the original card from Buffet. Just lives in there. Keep that there. So if anybody's still watching, let's get it out of the case and have a little bit of a look at the other side and see what we can find. The left hand, you've got E, D, C. That's a C sharp key. There is an E flat, but as I mentioned before, it's got an alternate touch piece for the right thumb, and that is a F sharp trill key. The right hand, we've got B, A, G and F. That's your B flat, which again there's an alternate touch piece for the right thumb, and that's a G sharp key at the bottom. So that's all the keys, and then every other note that I haven't mentioned is a combination of various things and harmonics. So there we are, beautiful instrument. It's a joy to own it. I inherited it about 14 years ago, and every time I get to play it in public, it's a real joy. It gets lots of comments from people, not just because of the way it looks, but the way it sounds as well, which is a nice segue into the next section of the video. The Magic Flute by Mozart is a fantastic opera, and I'm sure you're all familiar with it. If you're not, do go and listen to it or watch it. In the second act of the opera, near the beginning of the second act, there's a scene which features Sarastro, who is sort of perceived to be an evil overlord of this ancient Egyptian kingdom where the opera is set. And the sort of hero of the opera, Tamino, is trying to help Pamina, who is under the let's say capture, who's been captured by Sarastro. But I won't go into too much detail, but anyway, in this scene, Sarastro is actually praying to the ancient gods of Egypt, Isis and Osiris, to actually protect Tamino and Pamina whilst they undergo their initiation trials. So the first time we sort of get the sense that this guy is actually a good character, and he's not the evil overlord that he has been reported to be by the Queen of the Night, who actually ends up being the evil one. Anyway, so this aria, he's praying to the gods to watch over Tamino and Pamina. Easy enough to say. So I thought it would be perfect for the contrabassoon to play the part of Sarastro. So I've done a little arrangement of his aria for bassoon, for contrabassoon, and 4 bassoons.